Oh, well, I was beginning to think we'd never make the ferry. Morocco, here we come. No. Oof. Thought it wasn't going to start there. That's another story I have to tell you. Gracias. Okay. Some time later. Right, well, that is us landed in Ceuta, which is a Spanish enclave of Morocco. Nice easy crossing. Next stop, the border. And do I have a story to tell you about so far on this trip? Oh. Right, we are now on the continent of Africa, but still in Spain. All I'm going to say to that is Gibraltar. Make your own conclusions. Oh, the joys of border crossings. This is just to leave Spain.
My battery's died.
What a kerfuffle that was. A nightmare this morning. I can't even remember. It's been so long ago. I can't even remember if I told you what happened. Some of the boys didn't get to bed till gone 2 this morning, just with the way things work, logistics, the flights and stuff. They were late turning up. Then we were up at 5:30, left the hotel at 6. Up to London's base. Finally got everything packed in the pitch black. Hit the road for about 6:30, I think. Got to the end of the road and my bike wouldn't start. Conked out, wouldn't start. Had to come back to the digs, get onto the case. And what it was a sat nav. Hadn't been wired into a relay, been just wired straight to the battery. So it's constantly draining down the battery. So they had to zap the battery or put a new one on. And off we went. We eventually got back on the road for sort of 10 o'clock, I think, 9:30, 10. Got to Algeciras, to the port. By that point we'd missed quite a few ferries. I think we got on a boat about 11:30, 12. Once we got to Ceuta, literally 2 minutes out the port, and we lost 2 of the lads. So I had to go on the hunt to try and find them. Took us a good half hour, maybe an hour, get everyone back together, and then just the usual stuff at the border. So that is now 4:30, and we are now officially in Morocco. How you doing? So anyway, that's us in. We now had to change of plan. We're not going to Fez now. We're now going up to Chefchaouen. It's just too much of a slog to get to Fez now. We wouldn't get there till midnight, 1 o'clock. Oh, traffic, and more traffic. We'll soon be out in the open though, not long to go. Quite glad that we're going to Chefchaouen tonight. Civilised end to quite a long, stressful first day. But you can just feel everybody starting to relax into it a wee bit. Okay then, let's start this again. We're going to start afresh. We're now day 2 of this 10-day trip through Morocco. I gotta say, it wasn't a great start. I had to rejig some plans, last minute hotel for last night in Chefchaouen. But we had a good bite to eat. The lads have had a good sleep. And all is good with the world again. We're back on the road, heading south. But look what we wake up to. Chefchaouen's a beautiful little town, right in the hills, right in the north of Morocco. Great first night stop if you get a late ferry across the border for sort of 1, 2-ish, and you'll be in Chefchaouen easily by 5. Easily. It's about 60 miles, I think, from the border. We were originally supposed to be going all the way to Fez, but there's no way some of the chaps here were going to cover that distance. So we've had to cut that little bit short, but this means today we've got 220 odd miles, I think. And look at these roads. Lots of traffic, so you need to have some fun picking your way through all the traffic. We've lost them already. Okay, kind of got the group together. Gonna have a little bit of fun, let the boys at front stretch their legs a little bit. Let's start enjoying this. Woo-ha! Oh, we would, but now we've lost everybody bar one. Well, the lads have got to be enjoying these roads, because even, you know, a more sedate pace, they're nice and flowing. Just a joy to be on a bike. Woo-ha! When we really got Big Matt and Rossa, I think, with me most of the time. But if the other boys are happy enough, fine. When you're doing these tours, you just try and keep the logistics going, you know, because you base the stops over previous experience and what you think is achievable mileage, given the roads, that sort of stuff. I always emphasise that it's not a MotoGP, but my rides tend to be more on the side of spirited rather than sedate, so that it attracts that type of clientele and they know what they're getting, what they're letting themselves in for, you know. Spirited rides, not too long days, good miles, great roads. Gosh, unfortunately when you kind of work in hypothetical terms for somebody else's tour, you're not sure who you're getting. I hope they're enjoying it. Jerry unfortunately dropped the bike in a tiny little bit of roadworks, but there was some deep gravel, so I think that knocked his confidence a bit, poor lad. But the locals were great, they all rushed out, helped him pick the bike up. I spun round, gave him a little push out the gravel. Job done, back on the road. Still a long way to go. 287 kilometres left to do today, and it is currently 20 past midday. I've got no cockpit camera either. It's a rental bike, so can't really go sticking my mounts everywhere, which is a bit of a bummer. On we go. They all love an engine rev. So the irrigation channels all up the side of the road. You see them all running all along here. There's a lake back there obviously, and that feeds all of these irrigation things. We're getting there, 27 degrees, 10 to 1 in the afternoon. We're making a bit of progress. 254 kilometres to go today. Oh, ooga! 27.5 degrees, 28 degrees, big stock. That'll do, donkeys, that'll do. Look at that. Whee! We've just been overtaken by the toot-toot you see in front of you. 30 kilometres an hour, which is about 15 mile an hour. Oh, there they are, they're catching up. Poor old bugger. Days are over. So that you see up there on the horizon is Fez, a really densely populated city. We were supposed to stay there last night, but there's no way these lads would have got there. I think even with the early start it would have been a very late finish. It's a shame, but ah well. So we're going to skirt round the outside of Fez and we are heading to Ifrane. So if you've seen the first lot of videos I did, of last year's trip,
we're going to see how many camels we can get for Cassiv. 2 and a goat if lucky.
Lucky goat. So my aim is to have a bit of a late lunch there and then push on for the last slog to our hotel. It's only 27, but it feels a lot hotter. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Filming me, are you?
Wow.
Did you get my good side?
I did, aye. What good side?
This good side.
Getting quite into the local sounds. Up into the mountains we go. Woo-ha! Well, we just filled up. We're still about, I think maybe 10 miles outside Ifrane, and then about another 60 odd miles after that to our hotel. Yeehaw! I've said it before, Moroccans, they look like pantomime villains, but they are, on the whole, lovely, lovely people. I reckon there's going to be a lot of montage. It's difficult, you know, they're a good bunch of boys, but you get a camera out and even the loudest, most exuberant people, animated people, they can clam right up the second you put a camera on them. Happens so many times. I think I'm the opposite actually. I'm normally quite quiet, but put me in front of people or camera and I think I overcompensate for being shy. Anyway, enough talking bollocks. You're never going to believe this. There's just been a few raindrops. Look at that over there. Got to a chilly 21 degrees now. Amazing how rocky it is, isn't it? A lot of the lads were saying that. They didn't think it would be as rocky as it is, or as green in places. See where you see these? Right, well this is for snow, I think. Ifrane's a ski resort, so a bit like Tomatowel and that up in Scotland. When it snows they chuck the old barriers down. But it's a similar sign, the red circle, white background, black horizontal line. They also have that for the stop checks, the police stop checks. And you'll generally see them coming into towns or villages where there's a corner and a long straight. If you see the old 80, then 60, 40, 20, stick to it, because there's generally a copper at the end of that with a speed gun. Now this is Ifrane. You see the houses up there? Remember what I was saying in the last year's trip? See how pointy the roofs are? That's to stop the snow sticking to it, you know, so the snow slides off. It's like you're in Austria or something, but somebody left the oven on. Anyway, voila, see, just like this. Coming into the town, speed check. They're always good as gold. I think they've probably been told from up above, leave the tourists alone. Right, we're just gonna wait for the others, because I've only got Matt behind me. Anyway. Right, we've got the boys up ahead. Let's just show a little bit of convoy. And that was the end of the convoy. Can you see the back of the van? Nike. Good effort. 10 out of 10 for branding. Just do it. Just do it a bit quicker if you don't mind. 107k to go. Now up here, turning left, that's where I went last year, and we flew the drone down there. Station de ski. From what I remember, this can be quite gravelly, so we'll just slow down a bit. Monkeys. See them, look. We may as well pull over to the side, mate, and see if they want to pick. See, and then after that, you come out to all this. It's weird, isn't it? A little bit of mountains and then big valley. Look at that. That's just all rain. Oh God, I hope we're not going there. I hope we're going that way. Oh look, there's snow. I've just seen snow. And then round the corner you can see some snow too. See, you thought I was lying. See that Erecidia? That is where we're supposed to be tonight, originally. So instead we've got 86 more kilometres to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait till you see this up here. If it's the one I remember, check this view out. If not, sorry. You can't see anything. You're not actually going to believe this, but we're going to have to put waterproofs on, because watch what's coming. If you've got waterproofs, you might want to put them on or do up vents and things, because we're going into that. I'll do your back there. You okay? Right. It's gonna get mighty fasty. No, the sat nav stopped working. Don't do that to me. Oh, this is the tour of unbelievable. Right, did the old switch it off, switch it back on again? Hopefully it's working. Once more onto the bridge. Holy what's it? You need to see this lightning. Talk about the power of God. Oh my word. See it? I hope we're going that way or even that way. That'd be better. You've really got to watch in the rain here in Morocco, because the roads just become like ice. So you've really got to watch what you're doing. 70k to go. Here comes the rain, doo doo doo, and we're going into the real twisty bit. Oh, that's a mean old sky. I've learnt not to count my chickens, but I'm hedging my bets, and I think we're going to escape the worst. We're right on the very edge of it at the moment. Now here's me thinking I would need my visor cap for the squidgy on it to get all the beasties off the visor. No, I need it for the rain. The road is bone dry now here. I remember this section. This was lovely as we came in through here the last time. Beautiful summer's evening. I think there's even like palm trees and everything along the road. Further on, like beautiful waterfalls. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Good to be alive. Oh, and we're going back into that. We may not have escaped its clutches quite yet, folks. It's dropped to 12 degrees. 12 degrees. It's like 30 degrees in the UK today. That's bloody typical, isn't it? I'll tell you what, if it could go wrong on this tour for these boys, it has. Nothing horrendous, thankfully. Please don't do that to us, whoever is listening. But yeah, they've not had the best of luck so far. Come on, you travel gods, I need you to look after me. Just get us to the hotel. Do you know, I might even have to put the heated grips on. Province doing me dirt. Get ready for it, get ready for it. La-ish kind of. Look at that wagon. Isn't that ridiculous? Look how loaded up that is. It's insane. This is a bit we were flying through last year. In the dry, it's so much fun. I've really got to take my time here because I don't want the boys at the back to push themselves or dab the brakes and slide on these slidey roads. They are just like ice when it's wet. I'm trying to keep them in sight. Already had Jerry go down once already today, poor bugger. Oh, I'll tell you what, if it's raining up in the Atlas Mountains in 3 or 4 days, what a travesty that's going to be. Well, we survived the mountain stretch. We're kind of coming out the other side. 32 kilometres to go. Temperature's gone up, 10.5 degrees. You see the Atlas Mountains, look at the snow up there. Oh, I hope the Chizijiki Pass is clear for us. Well, we'll find out in a few days. 26 kilometres to go, folks. Stand by your beds.
Exactly, brother.
Yeah, come to Butlins. Morocco style.
Do something exciting. Describe the camel journey so far.
Painful.